Hello, so today is day 13 already. That means there's 28 days more to go before my 40th birthday. For today, I'd like to thank God for St. Vincent Ferrer Seminary in Jaro, Iloilo City, Philippines, one of the oldest and the last seminary to be built during the Spanish times, where after graduating elementary in Colegio de San Jose, I proceeded with my high school education with a secondary classical course. That means, along with the standard high school subjects and catechism, I also studied a full course in Latin. Before I proceed, for those of you who do not know what a seminary is, a seminary, let's put it this way, is like a boarding school for boys who are formed to become priests. Having said that, it is also a family thing to send all the girls in the family to an all girls school and the boys to the seminary. That tradition, that family tradition, was pretty much firmer generations before us, but in my generation, there's already a lot of choices. And I chose to go to the seminary. The idea of going to the seminary, the seed of it, was pretty much planted early on by my family, nuclear and extended, especially by those who were men and women religious already, and are in fact leaders of their own religious congregations. My grandfather, my mom, some of my aunts and uncles were also teachers in the seminary. I grew up tagging along with my mom and sitting in her class when she was teaching in the seminary. Our houses were strategically near a seminary. In fact, our ancestral house in the city is in fact only a wall apart from St. Vincent Ferrer Seminary. I can say, looking back now, that my desire to go to the seminary to study there, to become a priest, was strategically by design. Whether it is consciously or unconsciously conceived, it doesn't matter. It worked for me. My whole life growing up was pointing towards that direction, towards that path. I actually did not tell mom and dad that I was intending to take the entrance exam when I was in grade 6. I asked, thanks to her, Manang Teltel, for coming with me to the seminary to take the exam. That got the ball rolling. Long story short, I passed the exam. I told my mom and dad, which was not the difficult part. I mean, who would not say yes to that? Passed the 1 week search in, and by June of 2003, at 13 years old, I entered the seminary as a high school freshman. And one thing to know about seminary life, we live there 24/7 as a community, and everything is provided. And we are not allowed to go out. There's no need. We are only allowed to go out on a scheduled weekend once a month. Not primarily to go home and be with family, that's secondary to helping out in the parish church. We go home Friday evening or Saturday morning, and then we have to go back to the seminary Sunday afternoon. Maybe knowing that, after a week that I got in, I got homesick and I wanted to give up and go home. The Saturday of that week, we had a free afternoon. We were allowed to go out. I went home. And counting the hours before I have to go back, I could not hold on anymore. I burst into tears, telling mom and dad that I don't want to go back anymore, that I want to go out of the seminary. Mom told me that it was too early to tell. She asked me to try it out, go back, and give it another week or a month. Then we decide. Long story short, that was the last time I ever cried because I was homesick. Because St. Vincent Ferrer Seminary became a home for me already. Thanks to the seminary community, from the priests and lay formators, my fellow seminarians across year levels from high school to philosophy, persons coming from different communities who became my brothers for a lifetime. Thank you with all my mind, heart, and soul. I cannot imagine who and what I am now without the profound experience of being and living in the seminary with all of you. I know that this is the longest thank you video so far, but what can I do? I mean, I'm turning 40 this year, but I was in the seminary as a seminarian from 1993 to 2002, and as a lay formator, as a teacher from 2003 to 2013. That's a total of 20 long years, and it's more than half of my conscious life. I'm sure that there are more to come about seminary life that I'm grateful for in the coming days. So stay tuned. As I thank God for St. Vincent Ferrer Seminary, I am mindful of and praying for all those who desire to become a priest, or at least those who are curious about the seminary formation, or the seminary community. May they nurture and nourish these seeds desire, curiosity, even doubt with a sense of wonder, especially about our faith, and accompanied by gifts of persons who are willing to journey with us in many ways and forms, until, however, and whenever you are ready to take the plunge and answer the call. So, thank you.